Hey everybody, and welcome back to Fresh Set. I'm Sabrina.
And I'm Kevin. And I don't know
And
why every time I press record, that I
you
decide to
start to
take a drink.
drink.
And then I'm like,
Yeah.
shit, I have to
Yeah.
swallow this real quick.
Just,
That sounds
yeah.
weird.
Yeah. All right.
Good start. All
Well, we are here with our predictions episode. So the last 2 years we've done predictions for the season, what we think, who's going to win, the drivers, the constructors, and then some hot takes that we have. First year we did this, I won. Last year we did this,
I
Kevin
won
won.
by a landslide of half a point.
So this is the tiebreaker, Susan, for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2026 predictions. Starting, where do we want to start?
This is like, it doesn't really matter where we start because now everything's up in the air. It's not like we had like 3 years previous that we could build upon
Information, yeah.
and had an idea. It's really all out the window. So it's at this point,
Okay.
it's just all a guess. So we'll start
Okay.
with we'll do like we do every year. We'll start with the drivers, move on to the constructors. We're only going to do top 5 drivers and bottom 5 drivers.
Yeah.
We'll go into our constructors predictions. Usually we have a who's gonna have the most damage. I decide for whatever reason this year to put in the top 3 destructors.
Yeah.
See if
Fine.
you know what. I don't even know why we have to make it the top 3. Let's just see who we think are going to be in the top 3. We don't have to. I think it's fair that if we get it in the top 3, one person in the top 3, it's worth a point.
Okay.
Doesn't have to
Fair.
be 1, 2, or 3 or whatever. Okay,
Fair.
we're going to pick 3 drivers we think are going to be in the top 3, and regardless of position. And then we're going to go into our hot takes.
Yeah, which usually gets us not in trouble, but like we just are all over the place.
I mean,
with the hot takes.
I was all right last year with the hot takes. I think that's what got me the win.
That's what won you the
Yeah.
win.
Of course, I did predict last year that Lewis Hamilton was going to win. So, that was shit. But yeah, so I'm going to share my screen. You're going to get to see mine live because you don't have that yet, and I'll just input yours.
Yes.
And we'll go as we go.
All right.
Got that up there?
Well, okay. So, I mean, it's on my side. So this
start with you.
is top 5.
Do you
this is
want to
my
go
drivers.
from the bottom 5 and then work our way up to the bottom 5 like we did? Or the top 5?
Actually, yeah, let's do
Okay,
bottom,
let's go with the
5.
bottom 5. Now that there's 22 drivers.
Yes, it's a little
Make it a little
confusing
harder.
that way.
Yeah.
When I saw this, I was like, what?
Yeah.
All right. In my 22nd spot, I have Franco Colapinto. Sadly.
Colapinto.
I just think I don't know. I just think he is going to get pushed around on track, and he's just going to struggle, unfortunately.
Interesting.
I don't think he's not going to have any points. I think it's just he's going to be, the guy that has 10 points.
Okay. We are very, very similar. Actually, we're the same.
Okay.
Except for the fact that I don't think he's going to get 1 point. This year.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to get 1.
I mean, that wasn't a hot take. It was just
No.
in addition.
But that doesn't count. That doesn't count as a hot take. But I'm of the same mind. Where you think he's not going to get, he might at least get 1 point. I don't think he's going to get any. I think it's going to be a tough year for the Alpines in general. So I have Franco
agree.
in 22. Yeah.
I would agree. Okay, 21. Not making any friends from Brian here. I have Lance Stroll.
Ooh, Stroll. Big old Stroll.
Big old Stroll.
New nickname for this year.
I'm just not confident in the Aston Martins this year. So based on what we've seen, I don't think they're confident in their engine supplier. And they have actually said, they've come out and said the issues aren't with Newey. Newey's not the problem. It's the engine.
Well,
And I was like, okay. But I think of the 2 drivers, I just think Stroll would be the one least likely to gain more points.
we are
Nicely.
not too far off. Although
Okay.
we are not in the same spot on this one.
Okay.
I don't disagree with you. Although I will say I think it was today that Aston Martin, today or yesterday, did get a new crates
Yes.
from Honda.
Yeah.
So who knows when that will take effect or what even is even in there. But either way,
Yeah. And
so
they
for
could even just wait until the
they could.
Race.
Well, I think they want to test it. I
Yeah.
think they want.
Well, hopefully. Yeah.
I had Pierre Gasly. When
Okay.
I said I didn't think the Alpines were going to have a good year, I think they're going to have a completely shit year. Like I don't
Shit year.
even believe they're going to get past 20 points, and they'll
Wow.
all come from Gasly. Again, not a hot take. I
Yeah.
just think they're going to be really low down there.
Yeah. Okay.
So I
Fair.
have him in 21st.
21st. Okay. It sounds weird saying 21
Yeah, it is.
and yeah. Anyways. 20th. This one actually was sad for me to do, but I had Valtteri Bottas.
Valtteri Bottas.
Something tells me he is going to be the number 2 of the number 2 drivers.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't think that Cadillac is going to be horrendous on track. I just don't think he'll be the one to get the majority of the points.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of push him down. And I also think he's going to be the one having to play. I don't know. I think he's going to be the number 2.
The odd one out.
Yeah. And Checo's going to get the points or the calls.
Again, we are not far off. I don't have him here. I don't believe. Again, I blocked it all up. I forgot where it is. But we have a lot of the same reasonings for a lot of things and a lot of the same picks, apparently. But I had Lance Stroll here.
You have Lance Stroll. Okay.
Again, for the same reasons, I think Aston Martin just looks slow. They don't look confident in their engines. I think they have a lot of engine problems, which is also causing them to not be able to run. I don't even know if they're gonna be able to run full races at this point. It just looks
Doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look very good. And I agree with you that while I don't think necessarily that Alonso is gonna have a lot of points, I think he will get the majority of the points for the Aston Martins, unless he's just so fed up he just pulls into the pits and says, "Fuck it, I'm done this race."
Yeah, he's too focused on watching the screens.
Yeah, I mean, it also seems like all the bad luck seems to come to Stroll. I mean, we saw it the other day. Even everybody was quick to say, even the people on the F1 TV were quick to say, it didn't sound like it was driver error or something with the car, and you could see it.
Yeah.
It almost felt like when he beached himself the other day, it felt like he had, as soon as he closed his wing and that transfer from high downforce to lower downforce, he just lost the back end, and it just it ruined him. So obviously not his fault, but it just seems that a lot of bad luck comes to Stroll.
Yeah, for sure. And then some warranted. I mean, some he does himself. But,
well, yeah, I wouldn't call that luck.
Yeah. All right, so what are we, 19?
19.
Again, we are sticking with the same group. I'm curious what our 18 is going to be. I have Pierre Gasly in 19.
I'm pretty sure I know what my 18 is, I think. But yeah. Okay.
Again, for the same reasons, I don't think the Alpines are going to do well this year. I think they had a bit of an opening last year, and I don't think they're going to be able to get things right. I don't know. It's just, I'm not confident in them. Yeah. Sorry.
I believe that is a fair assessment. Obviously. For 19, sorry, I had Nico.
Okay.
Same thing. I don't know. I don't feel like, I know a lot of the team came from State that's just moved over to Honda. So I know there should be some work there. I don't know if it's just going to be the change in management. I know they're developing their own engine this year. No, or are they Ferrari? No, they're on their own engine. They're developing their own engine this year with the regulation changes. I don't know if they're going to be able to get it enough, and I just don't think Nico's going to have the magic that he had last year with it. So I mean, I don't think that Bortoletto is really going to finish much higher than Nico, but I think he's going to be able to adapt quicker than Nico will.
Okay.
So I had him at 19.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I kind of struggled with the Audi, but you'll kind of see where I have them in my constructors, and that's also why I couldn't put them there. Although I say that, and then my 18th spot is not going to make any sense. I have Liam Lawson in 18th. And I mean, goes into my hot take a little bit, but I think he's really going to struggle again. I think he's going to be one a little bit like Franco that's just going to be bullied on track. But again, he's in a Racing Bull, a car that sometimes quietly gets points without knowing how they got into the points. But yeah, I think he's going to be pretty low on this list. So
yeah,
I think everybody below him was going to be lower, which is obviously why I have him in 18th.
Okay, that's completely fair, and I think we might have one of the same hot takes.
Okay.
For number 18, this is where I put Valtteri Bottas.
Okay.
I think, again, it's going to be a Ferrari engine, but I think, I think the majority of Cadillac's points are going to come from Checo. I think Bottas is, while I'm happy to have him back on the grid and I want his personality there and I want him there, yeah. I don't know that he still has it.
Yeah.
We're going to see. I mean, we don't know. We haven't seen him for, is it a year?
2 years.
2 years. 2 years. So we'll see. Again, it might be, he has had more. No, he hasn't had. He has had less time with the car because he was with Mercedes last year. So who knows?
Yeah.
That's basically all I got for that one. That's it. I just don't feel as confident as I do with Checo coming into the car.
Yeah. Same. Again, I think, and this is not a hot take, I also think because Checo brought the sponsorship, I think he's number one driver at Cadillac of the two formerly number 2 drivers at their respective teams. All right. So now we're going top 5. Starting
I'm
in
interested
5th.
to see what you have here because I messed things up a little bit. I moved things around a bit.
I'm probably not making any friends with this top 5.
Okay.
My number 5 is Charles. I think he's stuck. Yeah, I just think he's stuck. I mean, the Ferrari semi looks good. Mm-hmm. I mean, wishful thinking. Everything looks like it's supposed to be good, but I just think there are some people that are going to beat him out on this. So.
Okay.
And by some people, I mean 4 other people.
So I'm going to I'm going to guess you do not have Lewis in your top 4. But we'll find that out. We'll find out. Because I did have Lewis in the top 5. I think that Ferrari does look good. I think that the Ferrari does have a few tricks up their sleeve. Can they consistently do this all year? Remains to be seen.
Yeah.
But just with Lewis looks confident.
He does.
Yeah. I really hope that he's not so good because I don't really want to see Kim Kardashian at every race.
Fair.
But I think that the Ferraris are going to run really, really well this year.
Yeah.
And that even by Lewis not being the best, he can still get into 5th there.
Yeah. I would agree with you because I have Lewis in 4th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I agree with you.
I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, I wasn't either. But like you said, his confidence this season is way different to how we ended with Lewis.
Yeah.
Even the drivers had I guess their first press conference where they're doing the sit down one.
Yep.
And Lewis is like, which we kind of talked about in our last episode, or one of our last episodes. We talked about the safety of the possible engines and all that. And Lewis is like, I feel safe. He's like, I don't think the car is dangerous at all. He says, and he's kind of saying if you don't like it, and Max said, yeah, and Bottas, but they all kind of agreed. Well, if you feel unsafe, then, and it's like, all right, you guys think it's safe, then fine.
Well, it was very much directed to, and we weren't I mean, it was funny because that was the one of the teams that wasn't there. That was more so to McLaren's petition to have the race start procedure changed for safety issues. We've seen my concern about safety is more so going into speed into turns 1 and turns 2. They look slow off the line, so I'm not worried about the safety of the off the line. It looked terrible. So who knows if they're even gonna be able to get up to speed by turn 1 or 2. So, but yeah, that
just his confidence, even just saying that we don't. I mean,
he looked relaxed.
Saw that, you saw that when he was a little bit younger and like really in the fights, of like that confidence, and it seemed to be back.
Yeah,
this is just testing. This is just testing. It is just testing. But the Ferrari looks good. His Ferrari looks good. He had a spin, but I mean, so did everybody else. Yeah. So I had him in second, ahead of Charles. I know.
I don't. Sad. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. It could go either way. I had Lando Norris in 4th.
Ooh.
I think he's still going to get the favoritism at McLaren. It is a Mercedes engine, and I think the only reason I put Lando here over Oscar is that I think Oscar's going to lose a little bit of that confidence. Spoiler alert, I guess Oscar's going to my top 5, but I think Oscar's not going to come into this year with the same kind of vim and vigor that he did last year. I think he's just going to have a little bit of a mental lapse where it's just maybe he's not, like I said, he's not as confident as he is last year.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why I had Lando here instead of the other.
I agree with that, but the opposite.
There you go. So it's
the opposite.
Oscar.
So Oscar is my 3rd. So I actually think he is going to walk into Australia being his home race and being like, you guys owe me. And I am going to drive everybody off this track until you guys give me the respect that I'm due. I think it can come back.
But then what happens to the other 23 races? That's Australia's number 1.
Yeah. I think it can come back to bite him in some races. I mean, my hot take, we'll talk about McLaren. But I just think him not winning is going to give him more confidence than Lando actually winning. Like the confidence that Lando's going to have, I think Oscar's is going to outweigh his, even though usually it would go the other way. I think he's angry now. I mean, congrats to Lando. New year though, and I think the respect has to be earned again, and he's not going to be giving up cheap points. He's going to let everybody else make their own mistakes. So I don't think he has enough to win, but I think he'll be fighting.
Fair enough. Valid points. I don't
disagree.
Well, I mean, I have different predictions. I don't disagree with your reasoning.
Yeah, fair.
For 3, what did I have here? I believe George Russell. I think George is going to finish 3rd. I know Vegas has him in 1st, tied with Max. I don't think there's 2 L's in Russell, isn't there? I don't think Max is going. George is going to be able to handle the pressure of a title fight, especially if it's something like up against Max, like Vegas predicts. I think he'll crack under the pressure, and will be, as we've seen in the past, more concerned with complaining than actual racing.
Rules, finding a way to fight something off track. Yeah.
And eventually that'll just hamper him. And then not only will he not win the championship, but he won't even finish behind the leader.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from with that. I had George in 2nd. I think he will be in the title fight, but I agree he won't have the, I don't even know what you would say.
The balls.
Yeah, the balls. I guess I could say that. I think he'll struggle with it. I think it'll be those two, which is, spoiler alert for my number one. But I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. But everything right now is saying, that Mercedes is holding back, and it's George's car, and it's, Vegas has all the bets on him, a lot of the bets on him, I shouldn't say all of them. He is staked to be the one, but I don't know if he can.
See, but they have him number one because of the engine, not because it's George.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against George as a driver, but that's what really catapulted him into top spot.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So for me, for 2, I had Charles. Again, I had him fighting for that champ. Maybe, I don't know how close it's going to be. I think it's actually going to be fairly close between the top 5.
I agree.
With somewhere within 100 points between all 5 of them.
I agree.
Could be wrong, but I probably am. But I have Charles there for the same reason I have Lewis in 5th. The same reason we have both Ferraris up here in the top. I think Charles is more mature as a driver than he has been in the past. I think he'll also be more mature better at taking the risks now than Lewis does when it comes to racing. Where he's gonna smell it, and he's gonna be right there behind the leader, and he's gonna be able to finish strongly instead of letting it tear him apart.
Yeah.
And so that's where I have him at 2nd. I also think he has a lot more confidence behind the wheel than somebody like George Russell does, and that's what put him ahead of George for me. So that's why I had him there.
Fair.
So can I just?
You can just put Max Verstappen.
Okay.
I am going, I mean, we all know I'm a Charles fan, but I'm just going on what we've seen so far, how Max's brain worked on the first day of the first week of testing, and how he made the changes to what he knew he needed to do. It's taken some teams a week and a half to figure that out, or took them a week and a half to figure it out, and he did it on the first day. And I think he has been on a sim ever since he got out of the car on the first day of day 1 of testing, and he's just been figuring this out. I think he doesn't have everything to lose, but I think he wants one more, and he wants to beat the car. More than anybody else, and so I think there's going to be a lot of fight in it for him. So, championship mentality. I just think he's going to go over everybody.
Yeah, it's fair. So mine's going to shock you. It is a Red Bull, but it is Isaac Hadjar. No, of course not. It's fucking.
Oh, I was like, pardon.
Give me a break.
I was like, can I read that? That's Isaac.
No, of course it's Max. I was about to say Isaac again. We talk about Lewis being confident. Max is always confident. He's brought his confidence back into this season. He is somebody we've seen year over year. Excuse me. Even taking a bad car or a car that's not optimal, and then just pulling every single little bit out of it. And like you said, like just figuring out how to drive a car that's not ideal right now and making it work where other people can't. He's going to find lines that somebody else can't, working with the less downforce and of this vehicle, or the absence of the MGUH revving up that turbo, whatever it is.
Yeah.
He's going to find the tricks until they improve the car to where it needs to be. So I'm not worried about that. And again, he's going to take that confidence, and I think he's going to take that will to figure it out, like you said. Yeah. And that's going to propel him. Again, I don't know if it's going to be a lot, and I don't think it's going to be a lot. I think there's going to be problems, right? This is the first time we've had the Ford powertrain. So there's going to be issues. It's going to be, I think we're going to have another fight this year where it's going to come down to Abu Dhabi or Qatar or Vegas, one of those last 3 or 4 races before we're able to see a champion, or till everybody's out of the fight, whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, it's got to be Max for me.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
All right.
Not so dissimilar. I'm very.
No. I mean, as you can see, I don't have Lando in my top 5.
You don't?
I would probably place him in 6th. And for the reasons that you said for Oscar, I just think he's going to be on such a high and like everybody owes him respect.
I wanted to drop him just for that comment that he made.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's going to be a rude awakening. Yeah. Rude awakening for him with that. So
yeah. I think everybody's going to disrespect him just for that comment.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So those are our drivers. Right. I think a pretty fair assessment.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Constructors. We can probably run through these pretty quickly based on some of the things that we've already said. I have Alpine in 11.
Of course. And I also have Alpine.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So we'll just go right through here.
Yeah. I think we talked about it. I just think they're really going to struggle.
Yeah. I struggle to figure out who to put between 8 and 10, I think, if I'm remembering.
So did I.
I could have mixed these all up if I needed to.
Yeah.
Would you like to go?
I did, which pains me, because of their car. I did Cadillac. I think all of the hype, and it's also their first year. I mean, they're not going to be. Yeah. I shouldn't say they're not going to be. It's very unlikely for them to be top 5 their first year. I mean, I also had Bottas in my bottom 5, so that kind of equals, not the greatest finish. I just think it's going to be just new rookie year. It's not rookie drivers, but I just think they're going to struggle.
Yeah,
which they kind of have been already.
Yes,
like everybody, but their numbers are just not hitting the top of the timings.
I struggled so much, I don't remember who I put in here, but it is Audi.
Oh, okay.
So I had Nico pretty low. I don't believe that even Nico, even if he gets a couple points here and there, I don't think that what's his name now? Bortoleto is going to be much better. Again, I don't think that car being a brand new engine. The only reason I think I put Cadillac above them is because they have a Ferrari engine. They are not an engine builder. Audi is building their own engine. So I think that's going to give them a few problems. And that's why I had them a little bit lower than.
And they have nobody to blame.
Yeah. I mean, Alpine can blame it whoever they want because they've got a Mercedes engine, but I still think they're going to suck.
Yeah.
But that's why I had them down there.
I had Aston Martin in 9th. We had all the hopes of them, getting the Honda engine from Red Bull, getting Adrian Newey. The struggles that they're having so far, and already having to get that new crate that you said from, granted, other teams have been making changes, updates, whatever, but to get a whole new crate
that seems like it's probably got an engine in there. Yeah. Well, it came from Honda, so
I'm just thinking we might not get this right. So I don't think they're going to be very high up.
Brian is going to come for you
a lot.
Me too, but
you also had them.
I had Aston Martin here.
Yeah, okay. All right, perfect.
I just don't think it's working. Like you said, I think there is several problems. I don't think it's just the engine. I think there's a lot of things that are coming into play. So it might have to do something to do with the engine, but then you change out the engine and then your aero doesn't work exactly the same way as you thought it was going to be. I could be wrong. I don't fucking know. I'm not an engineer, but I just don't I think they're going to struggle all year. I think they're going to have a lot of, my car doesn't just even start, or it just doesn't continue. Like it's, you know what I mean? I'm unfortunate. I don't want it to be. I wanted to see Honda and Adrian Newey succeed.
Yeah.
I wanted Fernando to succeed.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's going to be there. I just don't.
No. Agree. I'm with you. I mean, we had them in the same spot.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Haas. In 8th. Kind of just no reason really, other than I ran out of places to. I was kind of confident in my top 7. So that's kind of why Haas just ended up where I was fine in my top 7. I was good with my bottom 3. So that's
by
kind
default,
of just
they
where,
showed up there. Yeah,
they just showed up there. Nothing really against them. I haven't seen too much good or bad about them right now. So 7 probably does seem a little bit low considering
8.
other teams have, 8, sorry. Other teams probably, we've seen issues with them, but I just don't, I think there's other teams that are going to jump over them.
All right. I had Cadillac here, so not far off.
Yeah.
I mean, I might as well just spoil it. I have Haas here. They're both Ferrari engines, but I just think coming from a brand new the only reason they put Haas over the Cadillac is because they're a team that's already established. They're already there.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of money behind Cadillac, but Cadillac doesn't look good already.
No.
Haas is familiar with their engine supplier, whereas Cadillac is not. And they've also been in the game a lot longer. Not a lot longer, but longer. Than Cadillac has. So I just think I don't know if there's going to be much difference between the two, but there is going to be. I think the combination of Behrman and Ocon will outweigh the that's a terrible, I can't believe I actually said that, but Checo and Bottas. I think that it's just going to happen. Yeah.
That's the headline.
Yeah. Wow.
That's the headline right there. Okay. Well,
myself.
Yeah. I have in 7th, I have Audi. I just think
we're the same here in the bottom 5.
Over the last few years, Stake struggled, obviously. And they've changed people. But I think they started to figure it out, and obviously everything changed at the end of the year. But I think Audi, since announcing that in 2026 it would be changing to Audi, I think they've just been working extra hard, reading every book to fix their engine. Now, the car is a whole different beast when you put it all together. But I do think that they figured it out a little bit. So hopefully that continues. I don't know. I have a feeling of the two newbies, I think they'll be better than Cadillac.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's fair. I mean, we had other than Alpine last year, we had the bottom 4 was all within 50 points of each other, something like that. So it wasn't a lot between them all. So it could. I assume it's all going to be the same this year. You're number 6, since I hijacked 6.
Number 6, I have Williams. I think they're going to stick right where they are, where they finished last year. 6. Yeah, they finished 6th, didn't they?
They finished 6th. They finished. Yep. I might as well just reveal it.
There you go. I had them there. Their issues, they're having some issues.
They are.
But again, I think they've moved in a direction where they know where to take the car. James is great. Carlos is great. Alex Albon is great. I think collectively they'll be able to pull points. But I think they're just going to stay where they are.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a similar thing to last year where we consistently see Williams in the points, at least one Williams in the points, just almost every race.
Yeah.
I think we only had a couple races where neither of them were in.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to be able to consistently pull some points, whether that's between 10 and 5, whatever it might be. But I think that's what's going to propel them into 6. And I mean, I love the combination of Sainz and Albon and the fact that they work together and they help each other. And whether it's experience, information, actually on track, they'll get it done to retain that 6th spot.
Yeah, agree. 5th, I have Racing Bulls, which I'm guessing you probably have as well.
I couldn't tell you. I really don't remember. I believe so.
I have them in. Okay. I think they will do better than this year. I don't see them. I see them outdoing the teams obviously below. Is it going to be just a scenario of Racing Bulls being able to do what they do, and like same with Williams, collecting those points here and there, whether it's at someone else's detriment, or genuine podiums and stuff like that. But there again, I have a hot take about this, so we'll come back to this.
Okay.
But yeah, I have Racing Bulls in 5th.
Yeah, I have them there just because we know that maybe they're not supposed to, or they're limited in how much information they can share. But if the Red Bulls are running well, I think the Racing Bulls are going to run well generally. The only thing that gives me pause, and the only reason I doubted putting him in 5th, was they do have a rookie driver, and they have Liam Lawson, which is, well, we don't know what he is week to week, right? He hasn't run with a lot of consistency, and we don't know how Lindblad is going to race this year. So it's a guess, and my guess is based mostly off of the engine and the aero. So we'll see. I think they can pull it out enough to get through. Again, I don't know if it's going to be a lot between those two.
Yeah.
But there will be. I think the Racing Bulls can eventually get past Williams.
Yeah, I agree. I did struggle with those two. It was 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think the Racing Bulls will just get them a little bit more. And I think this is where we're gonna differ. I have Red Bull.
Yeah, we're gonna differ. Are we? I can't remember. I honestly don't remember one to the other.
Yeah, I have Red Bull in 4th. I think it's gonna be another scenario where Max might be doing a lot of the points himself, not to take anything away from Isaac, just who we have in the other cars that are in the top 4 cars. I just think they're gonna probably bully him a bit. I don't think he's gonna be as low as Yuki was finishing, or Checo was finishing, or Liam was finishing. I don't think he's gonna be able to. I mean, we know Max was able to pull the points to get them into third last year, but I don't think it's going to be enough on his own.
Okay.
There's just too many people, too many drivers, everybody. Like, there's just too much going on.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I had the McLarens.
Oh, okay.
I think they are going to struggle. I think Oscar's struggles are going to hamper their chances at getting into that top 3 spot. Again, as low as I had Lando. I had him in 4th? Yeah, I had him in 4th. I just don't think it's going to be enough to propel them into 3 or 2 or 1. So yeah, I'm going to take the reigning drivers champions who destroyed this competition last year. And there's just been too many complaints from McLaren this year. They just don't seem to have that same kind of gusto that they had last year, where they were just so confident they were going to bully everybody. So I think it's gonna cause problems within their racing program.
Fair. And I will agree wholeheartedly and put them in 3rd.
There you go.
I didn't think they were going to drop to 4th, but I do think they're going to drop off, and I think it's going to really get under everybody's skin, and they're just going to struggle. I think the confidence with whichever driver, papaya rules, is going to be to their detriment again. So
good. I had Mercedes in 3rd. I had Mercedes in 3rd because I have Max winning the championship, Russell finishing in 3rd.
Fair.
I think that Kimi, as good as we've seen him so far, I think Oscar's actually going to Isaac is going to fare a little bit better throughout the season than Antonelli. And I think that's going to be the push that's going to lead them over. Again, I don't know how much Max is going to win by.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be that much, but I think that what Oscar's going to be able to apply, I think he's going to be able to figure it out pretty, not quickly, but he's going to have a better time with it than Kimi will throughout the year.
Okay. Yeah, fair. All right. I have the Ferrari.
You have the Ferrari.
I have Ferrari in
so
2nd.
You put Mercedes.
Yeah.
In first. Oops.
Yeah. I think both teams are hiding a lot. I think as annoying as they have been in their interviews, Toto, George, I mean, Kimi hasn't said much, but no. Toto and George, I think they are just really bad poker players. And they're like, oh, they're so
George
good.
George is the worst.
They're so good. So I think they're hiding something. I mean, we saw both George and Kimi come up last year, really fight the way through the pack and get them into second, right? Yeah, second. I think they will probably just have, again, working together, they'll probably just have enough. The Ferrari and Mercedes, I think this will be a close fight. I agree. I don't think the Drivers' Championship will be it'll be close, but I think whoever wins, it won't be Abu Dhabi. It'll be those last few races, where I think the Constructors is going to jockey back and forth between Ferrari and Mercedes, probably until the end. Ferrari looks good, but it's Ferrari, and we can only put so much trust. I hope I'm wrong, but we can only put so much trust in them.
Can only put so much trust in them. Well, I'm putting a lot of trust in Ferrari.
Oh,
I have Ferrari winning the Constructors' Championship. Again, I'm going to take Charles and Lewis's confidence and the tricks that they may have up their sleeve, and the fact that they're going to run well, I think, all year. At least that's the hope. And then we're going to have another resurgence of babies being born 9 months after Ferrari wins the championship in Italy. Yeah. So I think that the Ferraris can do it, and the Red Bulls will just take out second. Again, it has to come back to my top five. I have two Ferraris in the top five. I have Max and then Isaac, which I would probably put him as 6. So I mean, it's feasible that I could go back and forth. But I think that the Ferraris can just pull it out, which is less than the Italian public is going to do. But
I heard it, and I heard it, and I was like, no.
You thought I was just going to pass it by. You thought I was going to let that go. No, I can't. But yeah, I think Ferrari's going to make that. Just make it work.
Yeah. Okay, this is where we're going to see if Bianca actually listens to our podcast. If by summer break, Ferrari is in the lead, we are going to Monza.
Okay.
It's my birthday weekend, I think the race is. So
is it?
Yeah, pretty sure. So, Bianca, if Ferrari is ahead by the end or by the break, we're going to Monza in September.
Well, then we have to go to Vegas for my birthday in November so I can watch Max win the championship.
Perfect.
All right. Sounds good.
Done. So we're broke.
Yeah. Already broke.
All right. So
that's our Constructors. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
We're pretty close. I mean, actually the top 4 are all completely different. And then our bottom, a little bit different. So we're going to... We're at least we're not... exactly the same. So we're not going to get no points for this.
Yeah. For sure.
Somebody's got to be right, or nobody will be right.
Neither of us.
Okay. We'll each get 1 point for Alpine at the bottom.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right. So now we have the Destructors.
Yeah, we're gonna put 3 people in this Destructors category, and we'll see which 3 end up in the top 3, or how many of each end up in the top 3.
Yeah. So am I just gonna tell you my top, since there's no order?
Sure.
I have Isaac Hadjar, Alex Albon, and Lando Norris.
What did I do here? Oh, you can see that one. Hadjar, what?
Alex and Lando. I know it doesn't always. I mean, I also had him in 6th. So, I mean, 6 wasn't on here, but that's where I, in my head, had placed him. Yeah. I think there's going to be struggles with Lando's car. I mean, that's all we really need to talk about. But I think There's going to be struggles with his car. There's going to be crashes. And we do know that some of those, when the engine turns off or what, they have to shut down the engine, pull off to the side, that goes against their destructors.
Yep.
So it's not necessarily just him crashing into Oscar and running him off track. It is, other things, which kind of sucks that those fall against the driver. But yeah, I think Lando's going to be in a lot of dust ups, and I just think that car is going to have some issues. Similar with Hadjar and Albon, really. I just think Williams is having issues. I don't think Hadjar is going to have the second seat curse, but I just think he's going to be one of the drivers that's going to be a little bit stuck in traffic.
Yep.
And traffic causes accidents. And that's where he's going to pull his destructors tally up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You can probably see it there, but I don't know why this went like this. Let's just get that back here. Okay. I had Lance Stroll as number one. Again, that comes for some DNFs. I had Liam Lawson, and I had Franco Colapinto.
Oh, wow. We're completely different here.
We are completely different.
Somebody could win it just in the destructors.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
No real reason why I had these. I just think that's that's where I'm just gonna go with. I really don't have an explanation. If I think about who I think is gonna have the most damage, it has to fall on these three.
Yeah, I would agree.
I don't know. That's all I got.
Yeah, fair.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Hot takes. This is the fun part, because this is where we get to be delusional conspiracy theorists.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I have, my first one is, I don't think there is going to be any additional drivers this year outside of someone being sick. So I don't think anybody's being replaced this year. I don't think they're pulling somebody up from F2 or switching drivers around. I think it's just going to be the 22 that we have now is the 22 that are going to end this season.
Okay.
Other than, again, if somebody needs to have an appendix surgery.
Yeah.
Again.
No additional drivers other than sickness. Yeah. And this does not include free practices where they have to give rookie drivers and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Just actual race drivers.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
That's possible. I think you're getting a point for that one.
I think so.
I have at least two teams will try to replicate Ferrari's flipping rear wing.
Ooh.
I think that just the amount of kilometers per hour they gain from having that extra or the way the mechanism works. Now, if anybody hasn't seen it, instead of it just this year, we've had every team doing a different thing. Yeah. Either it flips up from the bottom, it flips throughout the middle, or we've seen it one flip through the top. So we've had all different angles. This one, Ferrari has actually developed a mechanism that allows it to flip 270 degrees upside down, which is already an improvement because it hides the HP logos.
But now we see IBM on the back.
That's fine. But there's always been IBM. Yeah. And you always see it. If we can get rid of two more HP logos, it works for me. Yeah. But it flips 270 degrees on its axis or whatever it is. Anyways, and throughout the straight. And it apparently gives them about 8 to 10 kilometers more speed, which is by far the fastest out of any car when they have that back wing open or flap open. Yeah. And then comes back down 270 degrees to its original spot. So it's a completely new design. It shocked everybody when they saw it. There could be issues with it. There might not be. Who knows? But I think at least two teams are going to try to develop it. Now, if it comes later on in the year or I don't know, but I think somebody's going to try to replicate it. And they're not going to copy it exactly because they can't. Yeah. But I think they'll try to replicate it.
Do something similar. Yeah, for sure. And by some teams, you mean McLaren.
No, I think McLaren would just complain and try to get it stopped. But
yeah, actually, yeah, that's more likely. All right. Well, speaking of McLaren, I brought it up. I think, and this is probably not shock to anybody, I think papaya rules are going to be a pain point for all of us again this year. I think it's going to be a pain point for the team. I think they're going to try some of those calls, and I think they're going to get a big middle finger from Oscar. But I don't think we're done with hearing papaya rules, which, not that they said that we'd be done with it, but
we're hoping.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be another problematic year for papaya rules.
Okay.
Specifically.
So would it also count if they just change the name to like Orange Orders?
Yes.
Okay.
Any sort of like, we don't want to pit one driver against the other. Yeah, that's, in my mind, that's how Zach talks.
Okay. God. That sounds terrible in bed.
Yeah. Oh, God. All right.
Okay. I had Christian Horner will be announced as part of the Alpine team in some capacity.
Okay.
So we know that there is the rumor or that Christian Horner is, and an investment group is planning or hoping to be part of or plan an investment for, I don't know if it was like 24% or whatever of the Alpine group. I don't know if that also comes with stipulations of being a team principal or CEO or anything like that. Probably not, but regardless, I think that he will be announced as part of it in some capacity, whether it's as an investor or a board member or a team principal or whatever. I think he will be as part of that team.
Well, just to kind of go off of your hot take there, and I'm going to be very careful how I word this. But
is this a hot take of yours, or are you just going
no? It's just an addition to yours. Okay. It's more of a hot take for you.
Okay, thank you. Make it hard.
Flavio Briatore has been named in the files. I'll just leave it at that. The files. Are these conversations with Christian bringing him in, getting him ready in case Briatore has to step away due to stuff to do with the files? That's my conspiracy. That's my conspiracy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised that he's in the files. Allegedly.
Neither am I.
I haven't looked at the file. Well, I'll just say allegedly. Do not sue me. Allegedly. I'm not surprised.
Could be any files.
I just said files. It could be, yeah. It could be. There's lots of files.
I just said files.
Files get released every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that is a possibility. If that is the case, I see them getting more than their 24%.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, anyways. Just a thought, because since you brought it up with Christian. All right. My third one, Lewis is going to handle the Ferrari better than Charles. Again, I'm talking against my driver.
Well, I mean, you already did that in the driver say.
Yeah. The way he's walked in, he seems probably the most comfortable, and maybe that's a bad thing, but I think he's gonna have you said that you think Charles will have a better handle on it. I actually think Lewis will, so that's my hot take. And we know Charles is the Ferrari golden boy, but yeah.
Okay, fair. I mean, I did put Charles ahead, but I did say that Lewis is going to have a lot of confidence. So I don't think you're wrong on that one. Aston Martin will have the most DNFs or DNSs this season. A combination of the two. I don't know why. It just feels like it.
It feels right.
It just, It's just, this one calls to me more than any other hot take I've made.
Really? I mean, I can see it. I can definitely see it.
I could see Alonso just pulling off into a runoff and be like, I'm done with this race. It's absolutely shit that you have me running 2 laps behind and still wanting me to go. I could see Stroll beaching himself at least twice, whether it's his fault or not. You know, or just, you know, we've seen the Aston Martins in the testing lock up more than any other team. So whether that's a lockup and they go into a wall or go into another car that's trying to make a turn. I don't know what it is about their car, but they've locked up more than anybody else.
Yeah.
As far as
something's
I can tell.
not working with the brakes.
So or they're just carrying too much speed into the corners or whatever it is. So it just seems to me like that's just the route they're going.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
I should give a point for that one now.
Right. I have a major shakeup or signing for 2027.
Okay.
So it's going to happen during this season, but it's going to be, I mean, nothing's going to be as big as Lewis leaving Mercedes to go to Ferrari, but it's going to be towards that level. Like,
Max opts out of his contract?
Right. Like, again, staying there
Not
for
if you
26.
have him winning the championship.
No, he's staying for 26. But it's going to be whatever it is for 27. So we're going to see like Oscar, because I think it's 14 contracts are up this year.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So, I mean, there's a lot of people, but I think one of them is going to be like my secondary hot take of this, which is not an actual hot take. It's going to be Oscar. I think Oscar is going to go somewhere like a Red Bull, maybe a Mercedes. But that's, I think it's going to be one of those that we're all like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of them we know. Pardon?
I also have a 2027 prediction. I thought you had finished there. Go on. Sorry.
No, I don't remember what I was going to say. So
sorry.
It's okay.
Somebody's going to yell at me for being misogynistic and interrupting you.
It's
This is not my 2027 one, but by race 1, we will have a car that goes into anti-stall at the start, losing at least 5 places.
Ooh, okay.
So race 1, I could get a point or I could lose a point.
Yeah.
First 3 minutes of the race. I think that this race procedure is going to get somebody. Either they go into anti-stall. Sure. So I say anti-stall, but it could be that there's going to be a race start problem. Where they're not able to get off the line or you change that gear or whatever the problem is going to be. But with the new engines, I think they're going to do that. And then everybody else is just going to pass right by them. They're going to lose at least 5 places.
Yeah.
That I'll stick to.
I can see that. I mean, they're definitely losing 5 places.
Yeah.
We did see a couple race starts. The first one in week 1 was not good. Week 2, we did see everybody was able to move. Now, will that continue? But
no, now whether it was by design or not, the one in the second race today or the first race today, the first test, that McLaren did not move. Oscar stayed on that line.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Oscar did.
Now, whether it was planned and he just wanted to stay there, I don't know, but everybody else was well away, and he was just there. So
yeah, fair. All right. I think Arvid, we're going to Racing Bulls, is going to outshine Liam Lawson by a lot. So much so that it brings that rumor mill of, oh, he's going to get the Red Bull seat. I don't think he will get the Red Bull seat. There won't be any switching, but I think he is going to outshine Liam Lawson.
Am I putting by a lot here?
Yeah, you can put by a lot.
Okay, because my last one
is the same.
was Liam will finish ahead of Lawson, or Lindblad will finish ahead of Lawson.
I was like,
of course, Liam finishes ahead of Lawson. It's always Liam Lawson, but Lindblad will finish ahead of Lawson. So you were saying by a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think remember, I had him in my, I had him pretty low. Where did I have him? Or I had him 18th. I had 18th. So yeah. I do.
So you think he's gonna? Yeah,
it's gonna be quite a bit. And again, it's going to start that rumor mill of, oh, maybe we should have moved him to Red Bull, or he's going to take the red. It's not gonna. That part's not going to happen. But
I think you've handcuffed yourself here a little bit because you put Racing Bulls in 5th.
I know, but
and Lindblad getting an 18 for Liam, which
I
means
think
he's probably in the 20 to 30 points at the most.
Yeah,
Lindblad's got to get a lot of points.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, all right.
I think Liam's points are going to be like, oh, this person's car anti-stalled, so I got into 10th.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways.
Okay, fair enough. Since you want to go with the next one?
My last one.
Yeah,
what was my last one?
The same on that one.
Basically. I have that a principal will be sacked in this season. Which one? I don't know. It's not going to be Audi. It's not going to be Cadillac. I think it's just too new for them to fire them.
Yeah, I won't make you tell me which one, but
no.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm just trying to like think out loud, like who it could be. Like
Io. It could be Io if
Io.
If Gene really just gets all huffy puffy.
Yeah. Could possibly be Io.
Won't be James. It could be the Cadillac guy. I don't know.
It's not Ferrari. It's not Red Bull. It's not Mercedes. It's not going to be Newey. No. So
you're very, very limited here.
So it's Alpine.
I was about to put on my predictions that Newey would be removed as team principal. Like it's just not working as a team principal. He's still going to remain on for whatever in his position, but I thought he might have been removed, or the headline would come out that he removed himself as team principal to focus on other. You know what I mean? But I had thought about it, but I thought that's very specific. So
too specific for you.
Yeah, I didn't want to lose a point there.
Yeah,
but I can see it. Yeah, I can see it.
Somebody's going.
And my last one is Hadjar will be announced that he is coming back for the 2027 season before the first race after the break. So we do know that he's got a 1+1 contract. So there's the option for 2027. Right. I think that he will run well enough that he's announced as retaining his seat after the break. I did put the first race. I'm so
that was like, do you want to take that out?
No, I'll put it in there. I'll leave it in there. I'll leave it in there. It's my own stupid fault for being so specific for certain things. But I'll give myself that timeline. The first race after the break. So somewhere, even if I'll give myself the weekend. So up to the end before the start of the second race after the break. Somewhere in that range there.
Okay. All right.
Because we do know they have like that you can't do any kind of work in those 2 weeks and stuff. So I just whatever.
Fair. So maybe they have to get back. Yeah. You're like,
but yes, I think that he will be announced after the break there.
Okay.
At least at that point.
Yeah. I don't, again, everything right now, Isaac does seem comfortable in the car. He could get onto Australia and be horrendous. But he looks confident in the car. I think he's going to do well. I don't think there's this second seat curse. No. I think because they had to change everything that was previously set up for Max. Everything's had to change, right? So I think he'll probably do well. So I agree. I think there will be a signing that they'll keep him.
Yeah,
for sure. I agree with that. So
well, I think that now that Marco's gone, there is a lot less of an antagonistic pressure in the team, and so everything's not to say it's relaxed, but it's just more of a calmer atmosphere. Not everybody's walking on eggshells. Yeah,
and Laurent Mekies is good for that too.
Yeah,
their team principal. So, and he works really well with his drivers. I think he's very calm
for a long
time. Yeah, exactly. All right. That's it.
Our predictions.
2026 predictions.
Not bad. I can see we've calmed down, other than my stupidity, a lot more in our hot takes. There was not so much ambiguity in yours. So I'm happy to see that.
But so we will be back. By the time this airs, we will be back, and it'll be a race that we're talking about by the time this airs.
Yep.
But in the meantime, I forgot to do this at the beginning. Please go over to social media, Instagram, at Fresh Set Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, follow YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts as well. Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts. Like, share, subscribe, follow, comment, share, follow
Thumbs
again.
Up. Yeah.
Thumbs up. Really helps us out.
Yep.
And yeah, so we will see you guys next time.
Yep. Grab a fresh set.
Bye.